Good morning. It's Pastor Martin. I'm coming to you from the beauty of my back deck, overlooking my backyard garden. I'd like to read a book for you this morning called City Green by Diane DeSalvo Ryan. There used to be a building right here on this lot. It was 3 floors up and down, an empty building nailed up shut for as long as I can remember. My friend, Miss Rosa, told me Old Man Hammer used to live there, some other neighbors too. But when I asked him about that, he only hollered, "Scram! Old Man Hammer, hard as nails." Last year, 2 people from the city came by dressed in suits, holding papers. They said this building is unsafe. It will have to be torn down. By winter, a crane with a wrecking ball was parked outside. Mama gathered everyone to watch from our front window. In 3 slow blows, that building was knocked into a heap of pieces. Then workers took the rubble away in a truck and filled the hole with dirt. Now this block looks like a big smile with 1 tooth missing. Old Man Hammer sits on his stoop and shakes his head. "Look at that piece of junk land on a city block," Old Man Hammer says. "Once that building could have been saved, but nobody even tried. And every day when I pass this lot, it makes me sad to see it, every single day." Then spring comes, and right on schedule, Miss Rosa starts cleaning her coffee cans. Miss Rosa and I keep coffee cans outside our windowsills. Every year, we buy 2 packets of seeds at the hardware store, sometimes marigolds, sometimes zinnias, and one time we tried tomatoes. We go to the park, scoop some dirt, and fill up the cans halfway. This time, Old Man Hammer stops us on the way to the park. "This good-for-nothing lot has plenty of dirt right here," he says. Then all at once I look at Miss Rosa, and she's smiling back at me. "A lot of dirt," Miss Rosa says. "Like 1 big coffee can," I say. That's when we decide to do something about this lot. Quick as a wink, I'm digging away, already thinking of gardens and flowers, but Old Man Hammer shakes his fingers. "You can't dig more dirt than that. This lot is city property." Miss Rosa and I go to see Mr. Bennett. He used to work for the city. "I seem to remember a program," he says, "that lets people rent empty lots." That's how Miss Rosa and I form a group of people from our block. We pass around a petition that says we want to lease this lot. In less than a week, we have plenty of names. "Sign with us," I ask Old Man Hammer. "I'm not signing nothing," he says. And nothing is what's going to happen. But something did. The next week, a bunch of us take a bus to City Hall. We walk up the steps to the proper office and hand the woman our list. She checks her files and types some notes and makes some copies. "That will be $1, please." We rent the lot from the city that day. It was just as simple as that. Saturday morning, I'm up with the sun, looking at this lot. My mama looks out too. "Marcy," she says, and hugs me close. "Today, I'm helping you and Rosa." After shopping, Mama empties her grocery bags and folds them flat to carry them under her arm. "Come on, Mrs. B," Mama tells her friend. "We're going to clear this lot." Then what do you know? But my brother comes along. My brother is tall and strong. At first he scratches his neck and shakes his head just like Old Man Hammer. But Mama smiles and says, "None of that here. So all day long he piles junk in those bags and carries them to the curb. That once vacant lot is being transformed, and it will transform a neighborhood. Now this time of day is early. Neighbors pass by and see what we're doing. Most say we want to help too. They have a little time to spare. This one calls that one, and that one calls another. Come on and help, I call to Old Man Hammer. I'm not helping nobody, he hollers. You're all wasting your time. Sour grapes, my mama'd say, and sour grapes is right. Just before supper, when we were good and hungry, my mama looks around this lot. Marcy, she says, you're making something happen here. Look at that. Look at the beauty. People working together. Next day, the city drops off tools like rakes and brooms and dumpster for trash. Now there's even more neighbors to help. Miss Rosa, my brother, and I say good morning to Mr. Old Man Hammer. But Old Man Hammer just waves like he's swatting flies. Why is Old Man Hammer so mean and cranky these days, my brother asks. Maybe he's really sad, I tell him. Maybe he misses his building. That rotten old building, my brother shrugs. He should be happy the city tore down that mess. Give him time, Miss Rosa says. Good things take time. Mr. Bennett brings wood, old slats he'd saved, and nails in a cup. I knew all along I had saved them for something, he says. This wood is good wood. Then Mr. Rocco from 2 houses down comes carrying 2 cans of paint. I'll never use these, he says. The color is too bright. But here, this lot could use some brightening up. Well, anyone can tell with all the excitement that something's going on, and everyone has an idea about what to plant. Strawberries, carrots, lettuce, and more. Tulips and daisies, petunias, and more. Sonny turns the dirt over with a snow shovel. Even Leslie's babies try to dig with a spoon. For lunch, Miss Rosa brings milk and jelly and bread and spreads a beach towel where the junk was cleared. By the end of the day, a fence is built and painted bright as the sun. What would you plant? Later, Mama kisses my cheek and closes my bedroom door. By the street lights, I see Old Man Hammer come down his steps to open the gate and walk to the back of this lot. He bends down quick, sprinkling something from his pocket and covering it over with dirt. In the morning, I tell my brother, "Oh, Marcy," he says, "you're dreaming. You're wishing too hard." But I know what I saw, and I tell my mama, Old Man Hammer planted some seeds. See if you can see him in the window planting seeds. Right after breakfast, I walk to the back of this lot, and there it is, a tiny raised bed of soil. It is neat and tidy, just like the rows we've planted. Now I know for sure that Old Man Hammer planted something, so I pat the soil for good luck and make a little fence to keep the seeds safe. And there you can see Marcy out planting, looking at Mr. Old Man Hammer's planted seeds. Every day I go for a look out inside our garden lot. Other neighbors stop in too. One day Mrs. Wells comes by. "This is right where my grandmother's bedroom used to be," she says. "That's why I planted flowers there." I feel sad when I hear that. With all the digging and planting and weeding and watering, I'd forgotten about the building that had been here on this lot. Old Man Hammer had lived there too. I go to the back where he planted his seeds, and I wonder if this was the place where his room used to be. I look down beside my feet. Some tiny stems are sprouting. Old Man Hammer's seeds have grown. I run to his stoop. Come with me, I beg, tugging at his hand. You'll want to see. I walk him past the hollyhocks, the daisies, the peppers, the rows of lettuce. I show him the strawberries that I planted. When Old Man Hammer sees his little garden bed, his sour grapes turn sweet. Marcy, child, he shakes his head. This lot was good for nothing. Now it's nothing but good, he says. And look at that smile on his face. Soon summertime comes and this lot really grows. It fills with vegetables, herbs, and flowers. And way in the back, taller than anything else, is a beautiful patch of yellow sunflowers. Old Man Hammer comes every day. He sits in the sun, eats his lunch, and sometimes comes back with supper. Nobody knows how the sunflowers came. Not Leslie, my brother, or Miss Rosa. Not Mr. Bennett or Sonny or anyone else. But Old Man Hammer just sits there smiling at me. We know whose sunflowers they are. I love sunflowers. I've got them on either side of me. What a beautiful story about the potential and possibility of vacant city lots. I know about vacant city lots because here in Salisbury, Maryland, 6 years ago, I turned a vacant city lot into a community garden with the help of lots of friends. And later this afternoon, we're going to do some work in the community garden to keep planting seeds so that we can grow food to feed our neighbors. Do you have a garden? Have a great day, friends.